Well, the project with Wray started back in 2003, and actually Wray Village came to the university. They had the issue at the time of no broadband access, and they were aware that the university was busy with schools and connecting schools up in Cumbria and Lancashire, and so they approached the university to see if they could do something to help solve their problem of broadband in the community. And really that's where we started in this whole process of looking at that as an exciting new testbed to give village users and village residents access to broadband for the first time.
It's a really, really great village full of really interesting people and beautiful houses and a really nice community. Everybody helps each other and everybody knows each other and looks after each other, and it's just a brilliant place.
Well, the university's had a long tradition of working with Wray through sort of rural broadband, and also as part of the Scarecrow Festival, and it's become almost a test bed where we can test new technologies and open out to the public, and they've always been really supportive.
When it first started, it was just the village for a month, and then other villages just saw everybody's scarecrows starting to appear and talked about it, so we get visits from all the villages around us. It's gone digital in a way now because we've got a website for it. People will email the website having googled Wray Scarecrows, and they then organise bus trips.
So the idea of the Telling Tales project is really about telling the story of our involvement with Wray. Over about 10 years we've been deploying broadband into the village, and really the idea of the Telling Tales project is about telling that story, but in an interesting and innovative way, in an exciting way that engages more users and more community users.
Well, the project is trying to extend the Scarecrow Festival out, and so the monsters that the children were creating are going to be put into a virtual game. So some of the games monsters will be based virtually around Wray, so they can use a phone and go out and look for them and hopefully even take the picture of them.
It's great that the university are doing it with us, so we can build the scarecrows and they can make them interactive. I think it's a super idea.
So we could potentially put a camera into the head of a scarecrow and actually use that as a kind of steerable camera, so that somebody else remotely could control that, or indeed somebody could control that from within the village. We might augment the scarecrow with an iPad and allow some interactivity through a mobile phone device. We might even augment the scarecrow with some lighting systems and allow innovative ways of experiencing the scarecrow with new forms of lighting. So there's a number of suggestions we have. It would be interesting to see what results.
Because the game itself requires you to actually go out in the real world and look for the monsters, it's a good fun family activity for sort of social walking and getting out and about. So it's not the traditional view of video games where you're stuck in your room and oblivious to everything. You're actually out and about, so people can do that. Hopefully they'll raise awareness of Wray, so they'll see the festival, encourage them to go.
What I think this project does is it shows this sort of life to other rural communities who still can't do the things we're doing in Wray. Being part of this living lab has been such a great benefit to the community, and making the films about the scarecrows and having the virtual Scarecrow Festival means that other communities can see what we're doing, and instead of just being left out of the digital revolution that urban areas have, they can say, well, how can we do that?